history of Louisville, Kentucky, and we know that Louisville has a history of marked by both progress and darkness. Now, there's key periods including its role in the slave trade, an event called Bloody Monday, anti-immigrant riots, and ongoing struggle with racial segregation and social inequality. So that's not only the then cases, but it also goes into down today. Now, the slavery and the Ohio River. Now, Louisville was known as a significant site in the domestic slave trade, particularly on the Ohio River, where enslaved people were bought and sold before being sent to plantations down south. This was by 1810, enslaved constituted about 36% of the city's population. So we see it was a significant number at that time. And Bloody Monday, this was done in 1855 on the first Monday of August. And this was a violent anti-immigrant riot known as Bloody Monday. This was targeting Irish and German Catholic neighborhoods. This was fueled by the anti-immigrant known as Know Nothing Party. The riots resulted in very numerous deaths, injuries, and property damage. So it was a serious thing that happened. Of course, racial segregation and inequality was a part of this. Louisville experienced various forms of racial segregation, including housing discrimination. The city was also known as for civil rights activism. So not only was slavery an ongoing thing, but they were trying to change things for the better. Of course, we see things going on across the country that has things going, rioting and for just various things and everything else. Now, the Operation Pastorian and the Cold War targets. Louisville was a target in the Nazi sabotage plans during World War II. And this was called Operation Pastorius, which aimed to stop the flow of the Ohio River lock. So it was take out the major key that Louisville was using to do things with. Of course, the city was also faced with a potential threat during the Cold War due to its industrial importance and the infrastructure involved behind that. So from the period from 1810 down to the Cold War era, it was a pretty busy town, or city now. see that a lot of things have changed since then. Still have the Kentucky Derby going on. This is a major event every year. We also have a major sporting events going on here too. It's always busy and always changing. Even though it's in the 21st century, we still have quite a few buildings that are still almost original to the city itself. It's still being utilized for shops and other things. Of course, we see some of the high-rise buildings here in Louisville.